What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another sneaker video, but it's not really a sneaker, it's more of a boot, really. But today we will be reviewing the Nike Baltoro Stussy boot. Now this silhouette is a very kind of slept on, in my opinion, silhouette. Even though I say slept on, I don't even think it's really that slept on, because it is kind of a niche shoe. Like, if you know, you know, but there's a lot of people that know, you know? So, I mean, but enough of that. So without further ado, let's get into the box and the shoe. The box is your typical Stussy Nike box. Stussy on the front and back, Nike on top. Nothing too crazy. Getting into the innards, the paper is this kind of grasslands look, and then you open it up, and then there is the shoes and all of their glory. Now, for the sake of the video, I have already taken these out and laced these up because I do have B-roll of them on foot for later on. Getting into the shoe itself, already you have the iconic silhouette right here. Very wide shape in the back. As you can tell, she is rather thicky back there. Now, while taking off the shoelaces did have this tag on it, which says color migration. And on the back, it says, due to the natural materials used in this product, color migration may occur. Now, for those of you that don't know, that just means that whenever you wash the shoe, or if you decide to get it wet, the brown is probably going to migrate into this white swoosh down here. Why that would be an occurrence for a boot that's supposed to get wet, I don't know. But based on the materials, I don't think this is a shoe you're gonna necessarily want to get wet to begin with. But getting into the materials of the shoe, you have a very nice kind of fluffy suede on the top, accompanied by a kind of meshy canvas material and this leather Nike swoosh, as well as a rubber midsole. Now, a cool little detail on the midsole are these little kind of ridges right here. I want to say they look like mountains, or something was supposed to be taken, like a chunk was taken out of them, but I just thought that was a cool little detail on them. Do I foresee you taking these in water or any kind of wetness? I do not, unfortunately. I feel like if you were to step your foot in a puddle in this, you'd probably get your foot wet immediately. Now, I believe the all black pair is leather, so that one may be a bit more forgiving. But I'm also not sure if the black pair also has that color migration warning on it. Now, if it did, then I guess, you know, do at your own risk. I do like that they put that warning on there, because when people were starting to get the reimagined Chicagos and they started cleaning off their Chicagos, the red was bleeding onto the white sections, and everybody was like, what the hell? And so now I guess this is Nike's way of saying, like, hey, just letting you know. Which I don't blame them, because I'd probably do the same thing. Now, getting into sizing and how they look on feet. Now, I got a 9.5 in these, and I'm usually a 9.5 in any of the thicker Jordans or kind of like thicker Nikes. I'm usually a 9.5. Jordan 1s and some of the more slimmer Nike models, I'm more of a 10. A 9.5 in these fit my foot a tad bit snug, depending on the socks that I'm wearing. It's not uncomfortable. It's not a leather material, so the shoe will break in faster and kind of mold to my feet a little easier. But I do recommend going true to size in these if you just want a normal fit. 9.5 in these fit fine for me. If I want a little bit more room, I would go size 10. But then again, more padded shoes or kind of thicker shoes, I'm more of a 9.5, because those shoes do run a little bit bigger. Feel-wise though, these are extremely comfortable. Can I see myself hiking in these? Probably not. This is more of like a city hike shoe, you know? If you're walking around the city for a little bit, this is something you're gonna throw on. It's not gonna be super comfortable after a few hours, but it's it's definitely going to be comfortable. If you're hiking, it may give you some support, but probably not. But this isn't like your practical hiking boot. Now, there are some weirdos out there that can hike in boots like that, and unfortunately that is not me. Now, pricing wise, I did get lucky enough to get these on sneakers, so I paid the retail $155. I believe they were the same price on Stussy when they dropped on there. But resale for this colorway is sitting around $250, $260, depending on your size. There is the black colorway. The black colorway is kind of sitting around the same price as the tan colorway. And then they have the safety orange colorway, which is this really bright leather orange. And obviously that one goes for a bit more at around $300 resale. All right, so that is gonna do it for today's review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see and you like the content, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so that way you can stay up to date on whenever it is I drop a video. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. I am out. And so is Ramsey. Yeah.
Yeah, that me on no block still. Yeah,